Chapter 1. The Tinkerer from the Black Forest. In the small German town of Mühlberg, a boy named Karl Benz was captivated not by toys, but by the mechanics of the world. Born in 1844, the son of a locomotive driver, he was destined for engineering. While others saw a chaotic industrial age, Karl saw a future freed from the horse. In a small workshop in Mannheim, fueled by an obsession. He filed a patent for a vehicle powered by a gas engine in 1886. The Benz patent motorwagon was born a spindly, three-wheeled carriage that puttered along at a walking pace. It was ungainly, it was slow, and to the world it was utterly ridiculous. But on that day, the automobile had taken its first hesitant breath. Meanwhile, 60 miles away in the town of Cannstatt, another brilliant and fiercely stubborn man was on the same path. Gottlieb Daimler, a renowned engineer, had no patience for three-wheeled novelties. He dreamed of power of engines that could propel carriages, boats, and airships. With his gifted, pragmatic partner Wilhelm Maybach, he worked tirelessly in a converted greenhouse. In 1886, the same year as Benz achieved their breakthrough, the first high-speed four-stroke engine mounted in a wooden frame bone-shaker carriage. Daimler wasn't just building a car, he was building an engine for the future. For years, Benz and Daimler operated in parallel universes. Benz, the purist, refined his motorwagon, believing in a single, integrated machine. Daimler and Maybach, the innovators, focused on perfecting the engine itself, selling it to coach builders to put on existing vehicles. Karl Benz's company struggled, his early cars seen as curiosities for the eccentric rich. Daimler Motorengesellschaft (DMG) found more commercial success, but internal strife and financial woes plagued them. Both pioneers were kings of a domain that didn't yet exist, fighting a war of innovation against a skeptical world. Enter Emil Jelinek, a flamboyant Austrian diplomat and businessman based on the French Riviera. He was a maverick with a need for speed and a nose for opportunity. He began selling Daimler's cars to the aristocracy in Nice. But he wanted more power, more prestige, more speed for the winding coastal roads. He placed a massive, audacious order with DMG for 36 racing cars, on one condition: they had to be named after his 10-year-old daughter, Mercedes. The name, meaning mercies or grace in Spanish, was to be a charm for good fortune. In 1901, the first Mercedes 35 PS arrived. It was a revelation. Designed by Maybach, it was unlike anything before it: a long, wide wheelbase, a low center of gravity, a honeycomb radiator, and a powerful engine. It looked like a car, not a horseless carriage. At the Nice Race Week, it dominated every competition. The world was stunned. The name Mercedes became an overnight sensation, synonymous with power, luxury, and victory. The modern automobile was born, and it had a beautiful name. The success of the Mercedes models was so profound that in 1902, DMG officially registered Mercedes as a brand name. The two founding fathers were now separated not just by distance, but by the towering shadow of a three-pointed star. The outbreak of World War I saw both companies pivot to war production, building engines for aircraft and vehicles for the military. The post-war aftermath was devastating for Germany. Hyperinflation, economic collapse, and a shattered market brought Benz and C and DMG to their knees. They were no longer just rivals. They were two drowning entities in the same storm. To survive, they did the unthinkable. They began a cautious collaboration in 1924, agreeing to standardize design and production while still marketing their cars separately. The marriage of necessity quickly revealed itself as a union of genius. It became clear that a full merger was the only path forward. In 1926, Benz and C and Daimler Motor and Gesellschaft officially joined to form a new entity, Daimler-Benz AG. The new brand, Mercedes-Benz. Carl Benz, now an old man, lived to see his name united in perpetuity with that of his greatest rival. The logos were merged, with the Benz laurel wreath encircling the Daimler three-pointed star, perfect symbol of their hard-won unity. The new company was an immediate powerhouse. Freed from internal competition, its engineers pooled their genius. The first Mercedes-Benz models, like the iconic SSK, became legends of the automotive golden age, dominating racetracks and defining luxury. The spirit of Daimler's relentless innovation and Benz's foundational vision created a culture of excellence that would produce some of the most revered cars in history. The story of who invented Mercedes-Benz is not a simple answer. It is an epic tale of two men who never met, whose parallel journeys of obsession and perseverance gave birth to an industry. It is the story of a third man, a gambler, who gave it a name of grace. And it is the story of a fourth Wilhelm Maybach, the king of designers, whose genius shaped its form. The Mercedes-Benz star does not commemorate a single inventor, but a triumphant merger born from the fires of rivalry and the brink of collapse. It is a legacy that continues to race forward. A perpetual reminder that the greatest destinations are sometimes reached not by one road, but by two, converging at last.